Hello friends. Have you ever wondered what happens when two worlds collide, the fiery, impulsive nature of Aries infused with the calculating charm of the snake, meeting the earthy stability of Taurus blended with the playful wit of the monkey? It sounds like a paradox, doesn't it? On one side, we have passion, intuition, and strategy. On the other, we find patience, practicality, and mischief. Can such a pairing truly work in love, marriage, sex, friendship, and business? Or will they forever struggle to balance their contradictions? Let's take a slow, thoughtful journey into their unique chemistry. Love. When Aries Snake encounters Taurus Monkey in the realm of love, it is not a casual meeting of two personalities. It feels like two completely different dimensions brushing against one another, at first in curiosity, later in fascination, and ultimately in a cautious, consuming flame. What begins as attraction is rarely loud or immediate. Instead, it unfolds in layers, like a riddle that neither partner can resist solving. The Aries Snake, unlike the stereotypical Aries, does not hurl themselves into romance recklessly. The snake tempers the ram's impulsiveness, wrapping fiery passion in layers of calculation, allure, and restraint. This makes them appear enigmatic, powerful, and deeply magnetic. The Taurus Monkey, on the other hand, walks into love with an entirely different rhythm, lighter, wittier, more humorous, sometimes playful to the point of appearing carefree. They carry in themselves the monkey's joy of improvisation and the Taurus need for comfort, creating a blend that is both charming and reassuring. To the Aries Snake, this combination is initially perplexing. The snake senses both stability and unpredictability in the Taurus Monkey. One moment, the monkey is warm, affectionate, and steady, radiating the earth sign's dependability. The next moment, they are sparkling with mischief, tossing jokes into the air like coins in a fountain, making light of situations the snake deems serious. For the snake, who is used to evaluating, seducing, and strategizing with precision, this mercurial behavior feels both irritating and irresistible. They may roll their eyes at the monkey's antics while secretly marveling at the way laughter disarms them. From the Taurus Monkey's perspective, love with an Aries Snake feels like walking into a theater where the lights are dimmed, the curtains heavy, and the mystery of the performance draws them forward. They find themselves intrigued by the snake's intensity, by the way silence can say as much as words, by the deliberate, almost hypnotic movements of their affection. Yet at the same time, the Taurus Monkey may feel a strange tension. Part of them admires the snake's depth, but another part rebels against the weight of that intensity. The monkey thrives in environments where life is spontaneous and playful. When confronted with the snake's penetrating gaze or probing questions, they may laugh it off, trying to lighten the mood, which can either soothe the snake or provoke their suspicion. Despite these contrasts, what emerges is a unique and magnetic chemistry. The snake, who is used to lovers falling into their web of mystery, finds themselves genuinely entertained by the monkey's refusal to take things too seriously. This lightness is refreshing, almost healing, reminding the snake that love does not always have to be a deadly game of strategy. Conversely, the monkey, who often flits through relationships with a smile and a joke, begins to discover the beauty of intensity. Under the snake's influence, they learn that there is something thrilling about depth, about surrendering to passion that isn't just fleeting fun but something that can consume body and soul. Their courtship may resemble a dance, one step forward, one step back. Aries Snake circles slowly, always cautious, always watching, while Taurus Monkey spins with unpredictable flair, sometimes too fast for the snake's liking. But this tension is precisely what ignites sparks. The snake feels challenged in a way that does not exhaust them but instead excites them. The monkey feels grounded by the snake's seriousness, finding unexpected comfort in the fact that someone takes them so deeply, so completely, so seriously. Yet, love between Aries Snake and Taurus Monkey is not without challenges. The snake's possessiveness, a trait amplified by their Aries fire, sometimes clashes with the monkey's need for social connection. The Taurus Monkey does not necessarily seek betrayal, but their natural friendliness, flirtation, and love of attention may awaken the snake's suspicions. The snake, ever watchful, may brood over imagined slights, reading too much into a casual laugh or an innocent interaction. The monkey, in return, may bristle under the snake's intensity, feeling that their freedom is being suffocated. This is the battlefield of their love. One partner fears losing control, the other fears losing lightness. Still, when both commit, the relationship evolves into something rare. Aries Snake offers Taurus Monkey not only passion but protection, a sense that behind all the playful laughter, there is someone who will fight, strategize, and defend their bond fiercely. The Taurus Monkey, in turn, offers Aries Snake the gift of joy, reminding them that love is not a war to win but a garden to enjoy. In this way, they balance each other. The snake's world of shadows and fire softens under the monkey's laughter, while the monkey's moments of frivolity are given structure and meaning under the snake's watchful eye. There is also a spiritual undertone to their love. Snake energy craves depth, sometimes even transformation, while monkey energy thrives in adaptability and change. Together, they can create a love that both transforms and entertains, a union that feels serious enough to matter but light enough to breathe. Their love story, if nurtured, will never be dull. It will oscillate between moments of intense intimacy and moments of joyous laughter. For outsiders, they may look mismatched, but for each other, they embody the paradox that makes love magical. Fire meeting earth, mystery meeting mischief, depth meeting playfulness. In the end, love between Aries Snake and Taurus Monkey is about teaching and learning. The snake teaches the monkey that passion has weight, that emotions can anchor as much as they can thrill. The monkey teaches the snake that love without laughter becomes a prison, that joy is just as necessary as desire. If they accept this exchange, their love grows into a rare, shimmering balance, not perfect, not always easy, but deeply alive. Marriage. When Aries Snake and Taurus Monkey cross the threshold into marriage, their union becomes a fascinating interplay of structure, desire, and adaptation. It is no longer just about passion or dating rituals, it becomes a long-term test of endurance, patience, and compromise. The Aries Snake, at their core, desires control, not out of cruelty but from a deep need to feel secure and respected. They want their marriage to function like a well-guarded sanctuary, a place where loyalty is unquestioned and where their partner acknowledges their strength and vision. For them, marriage is not merely a contract but a fortress, something to defend, something sacred, something that must never crumble under the weight of betrayal or neglect. On the other hand, Taurus Monkey steps into marriage with entirely different expectations. The Taurus side longs for comfort, stability, and an environment that feels warm, predictable, and safe. They dream of a household where routines bring reassurance, where family life feels abundant and grounded, and where material and emotional security are guaranteed. Yet, the monkey side resists too much confinement. They need freedom to express themselves, to laugh, to mingle, and to play. If the snake builds walls too high, the monkey will feel caged, and in their frustration, they may try to climb out, not necessarily to escape the marriage, but to breathe. This contrast, snake's need for control versus monkey's need for freedom, can spark both attraction and conflict. The snake sees the monkey's social ease, their ability to charm and entertain, and they both admire it and fear it. To the snake, admiration comes because the monkey seems capable of solving problems with wit and agility, turning even crises into opportunities. Fear comes because the monkey's openness to others, their friendly gestures, or even their harmless flirting may trigger the snake's possessive instincts. Snake energy does not tolerate ambiguity in loyalty, and when jealousy rears its head, the marriage can feel stormy. For the Taurus Monkey, the snake's depth and seriousness are both comforting and heavy. On good days, they appreciate having a partner who is always alert, always strategizing, always working to protect the household. On bad days, they may interpret the snake's intensity as suffocating, feeling like they are constantly being watched, analyzed, or tested. The monkey side wants to laugh away problems, but the snake insists that some issues are no laughing matter. This can create misunderstandings where one partner feels trivialized and the other feels oppressed. And yet, within this tension lies an opportunity for great strength. The Taurus aspect of the monkey is remarkably loyal once committed. They might joke, they might wander socially, but they hold firm to their chosen partner when true love is established. This loyalty can soothe the snake, offering reassurance that despite outward appearances, the bond is unshakable. The monkey's cleverness also provides creative solutions to everyday marital challenges, whether financial setbacks, family disagreements, or life's unpredictable trials. The snake, instead of resenting this, can grow to respect the monkey's ingenuity, realizing that sometimes charm and adaptability accomplish what intensity and planning cannot. Over the years, the marriage between Aries Snake and Taurus Monkey can take on the image of a great tree. The snake's influence acts like deep, anchoring roots, ensuring that the relationship is grounded, protected, and enduring. The monkey's influence is like the leaves, dancing, shifting, playful, catching the sunlight, and reminding the tree that stability does not mean stagnation. Together, this creates a marriage that has both permanence and vitality. Still, for this marriage to thrive, both must master the art of compromise. The snake must learn to relax their grip, to trust the monkey's loyalty rather than constantly testing it. Jealousy, if left unchecked, will poison the soil of their union. The monkey, meanwhile, must recognize the snake's deep emotional needs and avoid dismissing them as overreactions. A careless laugh or too much attention to outsiders can hurt the snake more than the monkey realizes. To make the marriage work, the monkey must show respect and reassurance, while the snake must offer space and laughter. When harmony is achieved, their marriage becomes surprisingly resilient. The snake provides the kind of passion that ensures the relationship never turns bland, and the monkey injects joy so that it never turns rigid. Their shared life can balance seriousness with humor, strategy with spontaneity, and discipline with indulgence. Guests in their home may sense both an atmosphere of warmth and a quiet strength beneath the surface. Ultimately, marriage for Aries Snake and Taurus Monkey is a dance of boundaries and freedoms, of roots and wings. It is not an easy union, but it is a rewarding one for those willing to grow together. They must learn that true partnership does not mean total control or total freedom, but rather the delicate art of creating a safe space where both depth and lightness coexist. If they succeed in this balancing act, their marriage can endure storms, flourish in calm, and stand tall as an example of how two very different natures can create something whole, alive, and unshakably strong. Sex. What happens when the doors close, the world falls silent, and Aries Snake and Taurus Monkey finally face each other without distraction? The answer is nothing short of electricity. For these two, intimacy is not a casual or mechanical act. It is an arena where passion, instinct, and imagination intertwine, creating moments that can feel both transformative and dangerously addictive. Their sexual connection is one of the strongest dimensions of their relationship, because it allows them to channel their differences not as obstacles but as fuel. The Aries Snake enters intimacy with a presence that is almost hypnotic. They are not hurried, not careless, but magnetic in the way they move, touch, and gaze. Unlike the stereotypical impulsive Aries who might dive straight into desire without thought, the snake influence adds a sense of ritual, a deliberate seduction. They enjoy building anticipation, setting a mood, weaving in mystery. For them, sex is a dance of psychology as much as physicality. It is about the thrill of pursuit, the art of control, and the mastery of pacing. They do not simply want release, they want an experience that lingers, a fire that consumes and then smolders in memory. Taurus Monkey approaches the bedroom differently. Here lies their blend of earthy sensuality and playful curiosity. Taurus, by nature, loves comfort, touch, and slow indulgence. They want to savor every kiss, every caress, every moment of physical closeness. The monkey, however, adds a spark of mischief and adventure, infusing Taurus' steady rhythm with surprises and experimentation. This makes them an engaging, adaptive lover who can shift between being tender and being daring. They are not content with routine. They like to add laughter, novelty, and sometimes a bit of chaos into intimacy, which can be refreshing, even liberating, for the more serious snake. When these energies meet, the results are electrifying. The snake's intensity collides with the monkey's creativity, producing encounters that are passionate yet never predictable. The snake provides the gravity, the depth, the intensity of eye contact that makes the monkey feel desired and consumed. The monkey responds with playful inventiveness, reminding the snake that intimacy is also about fun, spontaneity, and joy. Together, they create a rhythm where fire and earth, mind and body, shadow and light are all present at once. For both, intimacy becomes a refuge from their outside differences. If they've quarreled during the day, if jealousy or stubbornness has flared, the bedroom becomes the place where reconciliation happens not through words but through touch. Their physical connection can heal rifts, reminding them of the powerful chemistry that first drew them together. It becomes an unspoken language, one where apologies and affirmations are communicated through passion rather than arguments. However, their sexual bond is not invulnerable. The same shadows that haunt their emotional life can creep into their intimacy if they are not careful. The snake's jealousy, for example, can poison even the most passionate encounters if suspicion lingers in the air. If the snake begins to question the monkey's loyalty, intimacy can transform from a sanctuary into a battleground of unspoken doubts. On the other hand, the monkey's playful restlessness can clash with the snake's desire for depth. If the monkey grows bored with too much repetition or feels smothered by the snake's intensity, their curiosity might start seeking stimulation elsewhere, not necessarily infidelity, but perhaps distraction or distance. To keep the flame alive, both must cultivate balance. The snake needs to remember that control is not the same as passion. Sometimes, letting go allows intimacy to bloom in ways they cannot script. The monkey must understand that humor and novelty, while delightful, cannot always replace the snake's need for raw, consuming passion. Together, they must weave humor with mystery, play with intensity, and routine with experimentation. When they do, their sex life evolves into something rare, both grounding and thrilling, both familiar and endlessly surprising. It is not exaggeration to say that this aspect of their relationship may be the glue that holds them together during turbulent times. Unlike other couples, for whom routine or resentment dulls intimacy, Aries Snake and Taurus Monkey have the potential to keep their encounters vivid for decades. The snake will always crave the monkey's playful spark, and the monkey will always be fascinated by the snake's magnetic intensity. As long as they nurture these differences rather than fear them, their sex life becomes not only a private pleasure but also a foundation of resilience for their partnership. Behind closed doors, then, they are not adversaries but co-creators of an experience that merges seduction, laughter, and depth. For them, sex is not merely an act but an extension of who they are: fiery, earthy, mysterious, mischievous, sometimes difficult but never dull. And as long as they respect the balance between passion and humor, this bond will remain one of their strongest, most unbreakable connections. Friendship. Can Aries Snake and Taurus Monkey truly form a lasting, meaningful friendship? The answer is yes, but like all relationships between two strong and contrasting personalities, it requires patience, effort, and a willingness to embrace differences instead of fearing them. This friendship does not come together instantly or without bumps along the road. Instead, it develops gradually, with both parties learning to admire qualities in each other that they initially find puzzling or even frustrating. Over time, what begins as curiosity or cautious tolerance can grow into deep mutual respect, creating a bond that endures the test of time. At the core of their friendship, the Aries Snake steps into the role of strategist and protector. The snake, with their sharp perception and instinct for planning several steps ahead, is not the type of friend who floats along without purpose. They are deliberate in the company they keep, and if they choose the Taurus Monkey as a companion, it is because they see something worth investing in. The snake values friendships that have substance, that offer growth and meaning, and they are drawn to the monkey's sparkling charisma even if it unsettles them at first. The Taurus Monkey, in contrast, embodies a light-hearted and entertaining presence. They are the kind of friend who can turn a dull afternoon into an adventure, who can transform a moment of tension into laughter with a well-timed joke, and who reminds people not to take life too seriously. To them, friendship is about companionship, fun, and shared experiences. They want to live life with others, not merely observe it, and they thrive on bringing color into people's days. Placed together, these two create a fascinating balance. The snake offers wisdom, depth, and stability, ensuring that the friendship is not all surface-level games. They will listen carefully, analyze situations, and give advice that is both thoughtful and strategic. When the monkey feels lost or overwhelmed, the snake is the friend who will calmly cut through the chaos, providing a sense of grounding. On the other hand, the monkey injects laughter and spontaneity into the snake's life, pushing them to break free from their constant caution and reminding them that not every step needs to be calculated. For the snake, this can feel liberating, as if someone has cracked open a window in a dark, airless room, letting sunlight and fresh air pour in. But friendship between these two is not without its pitfalls. The snake's serious nature can, at times, become irritated by the monkey's mischief. The snake craves reliability and consistency, and they may interpret the monkey's playful, joking style as irresponsibility or carelessness. To the snake, certain matters are sacred and not to be mocked, but to the monkey, humor is a tool for surviving the heaviness of life. This difference in perspective can create friction. Meanwhile, the monkey may feel weighed down by the snake's controlling tendencies. Snakes are not content to drift, they like to guide, influence, and even direct the lives of those close to them. For the monkey, who values freedom and the ability to explore without limits, this can feel suffocating. They may pull away, joke their way out of tension, or become evasive, which only deepens the snake's suspicion and frustration. If left unchecked, these patterns could threaten the stability of the friendship. Yet, when both learn to appreciate their contrasting natures, this friendship transforms into something truly powerful. The snake begins to see that the monkey's laughter is not frivolous, but a gift, an antidote to the heaviness of life. The monkey's humor does not weaken the bond but strengthens it, keeping the relationship light enough to endure challenges. At the same time, the monkey comes to respect the snake's seriousness, realizing that beneath their intensity lies a deep loyalty and a willingness to stand by a friend through thick and thin. The snake may not be the life of the party, but they are the one who will be there at 2 a.m. when the monkey needs real support. In practice, their friendship often works like a seesaw. When the monkey tips too far into recklessness, the snake grounds them. When the snake sinks too deeply into control or suspicion, the monkey lifts them with humor and play. They pull each other toward balance, preventing either from sliding too far into their own extremes. Over time, admiration grows. The snake admires the monkey's ability to stay light in a heavy world, to find laughter in dark moments, and to connect with people effortlessly. The monkey admires the snake's loyalty, wisdom, and strength, knowing that behind the intensity is a friend who will always protect and advise. Their differences, once sources of irritation, become the very traits that make the friendship resilient. This is not the kind of friendship built on constant ease or sameness. It is a friendship built on contrast, on the realization that two very different energies can coexist and even enhance each other. Once they reach this understanding, the Aries Snake and Taurus Monkey can form a bond that feels not only long-lasting but transformative, a connection that teaches them both how to live better, laugh harder, and trust deeper. In the end, their friendship thrives because it is a blend of wisdom and laughter, of depth and play. The snake learns not to fear joy, and the monkey learns not to dismiss seriousness. Together, they create a bond that, though unconventional, can stand the test of time and circumstance, leaving both stronger, wiser, and more alive. Business. When Aries Snake and Taurus Monkey step into the world of business together, their partnership carries the potential to be nothing short of remarkable. Unlike in personal life, where emotions and intimacy may complicate matters, in business their unique blend of skills and temperaments can create a dynamic duo capable of conquering challenges, outmaneuvering competitors, and achieving lasting success. This pairing is fascinating precisely because of how different they are, and how those differences, when properly aligned, complement each other like pieces of a puzzle that, at first glance, seem too odd to fit. The Aries Snake is the strategist of the team. They are not impulsive in the way one might expect from Aries, for the snake tempers raw fire with calculation and foresight. They observe, they analyze, they anticipate. In business, this makes them exceptional at long-term planning and spotting opportunities before others are even aware they exist. The snake has a natural sense for timing, when to strike, when to hold back, when to risk, and when to conserve. They understand that success is not only about talent or hard work but about patience, strategy, and positioning. This makes them excellent leaders, investors, negotiators, and visionaries. The Taurus Monkey brings a different but equally vital energy to the partnership. Taurus gives them practicality, resourcefulness, and the ability to ground ideas in reality. They don't just dream, they know how to execute. Meanwhile, the monkey adds charm, creativity, and adaptability. This combination makes Taurus Monkey an exceptional communicator and networker. They can sell ideas with charisma, attract clients with ease, and turn what might seem like modest projects into gold simply by connecting the right people, framing the right message, and injecting just the right amount of humor or enthusiasm. Together, these two form a business partnership that is both grounded and visionary. The snake handles strategy, ensuring the foundation is solid and the risks are carefully calculated, while the monkey handles people, ensuring that opportunities, partnerships, and sales flow effortlessly. The snake ensures that no decision is reckless, and the monkey ensures that no opportunity is missed. One provides depth, the other provides breadth. One sees the hidden currents, the other rides the visible waves. Yet, as with all powerful pairings, challenges arise. The snake, ever suspicious and cautious, may sometimes doubt the monkey's reliability. The snake's mind works in shadows, always calculating worst-case scenarios, and so they may look at the monkey's light-hearted approach and wonder, will they take this seriously when it matters? This mistrust can breed tension, especially if the snake begins to micromanage or impose too much control. From the monkey's perspective, the snake's authority and need for control can feel stifling. The monkey thrives on freedom, adaptability, and improvisation. If they feel caged by endless strategy and scrutiny, their creative spark can dim. They may start resisting, pushing back, or even using humor to deflect the snake's seriousness. What the snake interprets as carelessness, the monkey sees as flexibility. What the monkey interprets as rigidity, the snake sees as discipline. Unless they learn to translate each other's language, this misalignment could weaken their partnership. However, when they do align, they are unstoppable. The snake provides the backbone of the business, the structure, the long-term vision, the discipline to ensure projects don't crumble under pressure. The monkey provides the wings, the charisma to draw in clients, the creativity to innovate, and the ability to adapt when plans need to change. In industries such as marketing, entertainment, diplomacy, or entrepreneurship, this combination shines brightest. The snake ensures the product or service is of true value, while the monkey ensures the world sees and wants that value. Imagine them in a startup setting. The snake quietly mapping out the financial model, identifying competitors, and structuring a strategy that anticipates future hurdles. Meanwhile, the monkey is out networking, pitching ideas with magnetic enthusiasm, drawing investors, and creating buzz. The snake ensures the foundation is unshakable, the monkey ensures momentum never stalls. Their roles differ, but they are complementary. One cannot succeed without the other. What makes this partnership fascinating is that it thrives on contrast. The snake, left alone, might drown in endless strategy, forever waiting for the perfect moment to act. The monkey, left alone, might scatter their energy, chasing too many opportunities without structure. Together, the snake ensures action is purposeful, and the monkey ensures action is lively and far-reaching. It is the blend of patience and speed, depth and breadth, seriousness and charm that makes them stand out. For their business relationship to flourish long-term, trust is essential. The snake must learn that the monkey's playfulness is not irresponsibility but part of their genius. Their ability to improvise, charm, and create is what keeps the business vibrant. The monkey must learn that the snake's intensity is not about domination but about ensuring stability and longevity. Their caution is not meant to suffocate but to protect. When each sees the value in the other's approach, friction gives way to admiration. Ultimately, Aries Snake and Taurus Monkey in business are like a master chess player paired with a brilliant performer. The snake sees the board, plans the moves, and thinks 10 steps ahead. The monkey engages the audience, keeps them entertained, and ensures enthusiasm never wanes. Separately, they might achieve moderate success. Together, they can become leaders who not only succeed but also inspire. In the end, their partnership's greatest strength lies in their ability to balance structure with spontaneity. The snake ensures they don't collapse under careless risks, and the monkey ensures they don't suffocate under endless caution. When this balance is struck, Aries Snake and Taurus Monkey are not just good business partners, they are a force of nature, capable of building enterprises that are as enduring as they are innovative, as profitable as they are dynamic. Dark sides. Every relationship, no matter how promising or magnetic, carries within it the shadows of the personalities involved, and the pairing of Aries Snake with Taurus Monkey is no exception. If anything, their darker traits are especially pronounced because their strengths, intensity, charm, strategy, creativity, when turned on their heads, transform into pitfalls that can damage trust, respect, and stability. These two signs together must reckon with their shadows honestly, because ignoring them only makes the eventual clash more destructive. For Aries Snake, the darkness begins with jealousy. Unlike the fiery Aries who may express jealousy openly, the snake side brings a quieter, more insidious version of it. They observe, they suspect, they watch for signs. Instead of confronting immediately, they often test their partner or friend, setting invisible traps to see if loyalty will hold. The snake's jealousy is not only about fear of betrayal but about a deep-rooted need for control. In their mind, love, friendship, or business is safest only when they know exactly where they stand. If they sense uncertainty, suspicion eats away at them like acid, and instead of asking for reassurance, they may resort to manipulation. This manipulation can take the form of silence, subtle remarks, or even engineering scenarios that push the monkey into proving their loyalty. To the snake, this seems like protection. To the monkey, it can feel suffocating, even unfair. The Taurus Monkey, however, carries its own dark weight. While naturally charming, adaptable, and resourceful, their shadows manifest as laziness and self-indulgence. Taurus energy loves comfort and luxury, while monkey energy loves pleasure and excitement. Put together, these qualities can tilt toward overindulgence in food, entertainment, or distractions that keep them from fulfilling their responsibilities. The monkey side, always quick with humor, may laugh off obligations, procrastinate, or dodge serious conversations, frustrating the snake who believes in deliberate planning and discipline. When the Taurus Monkey is at their worst, they can appear careless, frivolous, or overly focused on short-term enjoyment rather than long-term growth. When these dark sides meet, the clash can be dramatic. The snake, already prone to suspicion, may interpret the monkey's lightheartedness as betrayal or irresponsibility. A joke taken too far, a harmless flirtation, or even an innocent delay in keeping a promise could trigger the snake's insecurities. The snake might lash out, accuse, or withdraw into icy silence, forcing the monkey to guess at what has gone wrong. The monkey, in turn, may react to this intensity with mockery or dismissal. They may roll their eyes, laugh off the snake's jealousy, or even poke fun at what they see as unnecessary drama. This only enrages the snake further, as they feel their seriousness is being mocked and their feelings minimized. The cycle can spiral quickly. Snake accuses, monkey dismisses. Snake tightens control, monkey resists. Snake manipulates, monkey retaliates with carelessness. What could have been a complementary partnership begins to erode into power struggles and mistrust. The snake, in their darker moments, may even withdraw their warmth, using coldness as a weapon, while the monkey may seek escape in distractions, pleasures, or even other social circles. To break free from this destructive cycle, growth is essential. The snake must learn to trust, not blindly, but with enough generosity of spirit to allow the monkey space to breathe. They must recognize that not every smile, joke, or friendly gesture hides betrayal. Trust, once given, strengthens the bond rather than weakens it. Learning to release their grip is the snake's most difficult but most necessary lesson. The Taurus Monkey, for their part, must learn discipline. They must acknowledge that joy and play are beautiful, but without responsibility, they risk losing the very structures that allow them to enjoy life in the first place. When the monkey leans into their Taurus steadiness, they can demonstrate reliability, loyalty, and follow-through, showing the snake that their lightheartedness does not mean flightiness. Discipline does not kill their humor, it simply anchors it. Together, these dark sides represent both the greatest threat and the greatest opportunity for growth in this pairing. The snake's jealousy and manipulation can teach them about the importance of vulnerability and faith, while the monkey's laziness and indulgence can challenge them to discover the strength of responsibility. If both avoid these lessons, their darker traits will clash endlessly, creating a toxic cycle of suspicion, dismissal, and resentment. If both embrace them, however, their shadows become stepping stones to deeper connection and resilience. In truth, their dark sides are mirrors. The snake fears losing control, while the monkey fears losing freedom. Each shadow is tied to the same root, insecurity. The snake hides it under intensity, the monkey under laughter. Only when they see this common ground can they begin to transform. For all their charm and strength, this union requires courage not just in success but in confronting the shadows within themselves. If they do, they will find that the very flaws threatening to break them apart are the same flaws that can ultimately bind them together in wisdom, trust, and maturity. Life goals. When it comes to life goals, Aries Snake and Taurus Monkey may at first appear to be traveling on two very different roads. One path is paved with ambition, strategy, and the pursuit of recognition. The other is lined with comfort, stability, and the pleasures of everyday living. Yet if we look closely, these two distinct roads do not lead away from each other. They intersect, wind together, and ultimately form a shared journey that balances fire with earth, intensity with playfulness, and long-term vision with present-moment joy. For the Aries Snake, life goals are never small. The Aries energy gives them boldness, drive, and a relentless hunger to push past limits. Yet the snake within them tempers this fire with strategy. This makes the Aries Snake someone who dreams big but does not leap blindly. Their goals center on success, influence, and recognition, not shallow fame, but the kind of respect that comes from being seen as powerful, wise, and irreplaceable. They want a life of meaning, where their talents are admired, their charm acknowledged, and their influence undeniable. For them, achievement is not only about wealth but about leaving a mark on the world, creating a legacy that others cannot ignore. The Taurus Monkey, however, defines life goals differently. Taurus energy seeks stability, comfort, and material security. They want a home that feels warm and safe, finances that are steady and reliable, and a lifestyle that allows them to enjoy the small luxuries of life, good food, pleasant surroundings, and a sense of peace. The monkey side adds curiosity, playfulness, and a desire for joy. They are not content with stability alone. They want fun, laughter, and the freedom to enjoy the world around them. Their goals are less about recognition and more about contentment. They dream of a life where there is time to savor pleasures, where responsibilities are met but not allowed to crush the spirit. At first glance, these goals seem to clash. The snake pushes toward the top of the mountain, eyes fixed on the summit, while the monkey sprawls in a meadow below, enjoying the sunshine and laughter. But beneath this contrast lies a powerful truth. Each has exactly what the other lacks. The snake needs the monkey's reminder that the journey matters as much as the destination, that there is no point in conquering the world if you forget to savor it. The monkey needs the snake's ambition, discipline, and vision to keep them from wasting potential or drifting aimlessly in search of amusement. Together, their combined vision of life goals can be remarkably balanced. The snake drives the partnership forward, setting ambitious targets, demanding excellence, and ensuring that opportunities are never wasted. The monkey, in turn, brings joy to the pursuit, ensuring that the climb to success is not joyless or exhausting. When they align, their shared goals weave a life that is both meaningful and enjoyable, where ambition is paired with stability and dreams are grounded in reality. In practical terms, this means that the Aries Snake might set the vision for a career or personal project, always aiming higher, always striving for recognition. The Taurus Monkey ensures that the pursuit of these goals does not become self-destructive. They remind the snake to rest, to celebrate small victories, to enjoy the fruits of their labor rather than endlessly moving the goalpost further away. Conversely, when the monkey risks becoming too indulgent, too caught up in pleasures or distractions, the snake is there to remind them of the bigger picture, to push them beyond comfort toward growth. There is also a symbolic harmony in their life goals. The snake represents transformation, the shedding of skins, the pursuit of growth through intensity and strategy. The monkey represents adaptability, curiosity, and joy in movement. Together, they create a vision of life that embraces both transformation and enjoyment, progress and play. Their shared goals are not static, they evolve as each learns from the other. Over time, the snake may soften their pursuit of control, allowing for more pleasure, while the monkey may deepen their pursuit of discipline, allowing for greater achievements. Of course, the danger lies in imbalance. If the snake dominates too much, the partnership may chase success relentlessly, burning out in the process and forgetting why they sought success at all. If the monkey dominates too much, life may drift into indulgence, with pleasures enjoyed in the short term but opportunities lost in the long term. For this reason, both must remain aware of their shadows: the snake's obsession with recognition and the monkey's tendency to settle for comfort. Balance is key. When balance is achieved, the shared life goals of Aries Snake and Taurus Monkey can be both grand and deeply fulfilling. They dream together not just of wealth or status, but of a life that is rich in meaning, comfort, and joy. They want to build not just empires, but homes, not just legacies, but memories. And in this way, their goals complement each other beautifully, forming a vision of life that is neither too heavy nor too light, neither too strict nor too careless. Ultimately, Aries Snake and Taurus Monkey prove that life goals need not be identical to be compatible. It is precisely their differences that create strength. The snake's hunger for greatness pushes the monkey beyond complacency, while the monkey's love of joy pulls the snake back from the edge of obsession. Together, they craft a shared destiny that honors both ambition and stability, both dreams and reality, a life that is not only successful, but also truly worth living. Final conclusions. So, what's the truth? Is the pairing of Aries Snake and Taurus Monkey a recipe for disaster or for brilliance? The answer, as with so many great partnerships, lies in balance, in patience, and in the willingness to transform differences into complementary forces rather than irreconcilable divides. This pairing is not one of easy harmony. It is not a relationship where both people simply get each other from the start, where life is smooth, predictable, and without friction. Instead, it is a connection defined by contrast: fiery ambition against earthy humor, intensity against playfulness, control against freedom. Yet it is precisely this sharp contrast that gives the relationship its spark, its fascination, and its potential for greatness. The Aries Snake embodies magnetism, strategy, and passion. They crave depth in every arena of life: in love, in ambition, in intimacy, and in legacy. They cannot bear a shallow existence, nor do they tolerate mediocrity. For them, everything must matter, everything must leave a mark. The Taurus Monkey, by contrast, thrives on lightness, adaptability, and joy. They want laughter, stability, comfort, and the freedom to live in the moment. While the snake looks toward the horizon, plotting the future, the monkey finds delight in the now, in the joke, in the playful adventure that can make even an ordinary afternoon memorable. This pairing is therefore not one of sameness, but of counterbalance. Where one is strong, the other fills in the gaps. Where one is too rigid, the other loosens the knot. In love, this means they can craft a passionate yet playful union, one that holds both intensity and humor. The snake teaches the monkey to dive deeper, to discover passion that goes beyond laughter, while the monkey teaches the snake to breathe, to enjoy, to smile even in the middle of life's pressures. Their love, when nurtured, becomes a dance of fire and earth, of mystery and spontaneity. In marriage, the picture becomes more complex. The snake's desire for control and the monkey's craving for freedom will inevitably clash. The snake must learn to allow space, and the monkey must learn to offer reassurance. Compromise is not optional, it is the very foundation of their survival as a married pair. And yet, if they achieve it, the result can be astonishing. A household that is both deeply rooted in loyalty and also alive with movement, growth, and joy. In sex, they often discover their strongest bridge. Here, the snake's intensity meets the monkey's creativity, producing encounters that are electrifying, healing, and unforgettable. Their intimacy is not just physical but symbolic, a reminder that their differences can merge, creating something neither could achieve alone. When they guard against jealousy, complacency, or carelessness, their sexual connection becomes the fire that sustains them through difficulties elsewhere. In friendship, they again reveal their complementary nature. The snake becomes the strategist, the planner, the voice of caution in depth, while the monkey brings levity, humor, and spontaneity. Together, they are capable of balancing wisdom with joy, seriousness with laughter. But here too, the snake must not become overly critical, and the monkey must not take the snake's caution as limitation. When respected, their friendship can endure for decades, based on admiration of one another's contrasting strengths. In business, this partnership can be formidable. The snake sees long-term strategy, recognizes opportunities before others, and knows exactly when to strike. The monkey, in turn, charms, persuades, sells, and networks. The snake provides the plan, the monkey provides the momentum. If trust exists, they can thrive in industries ranging from entrepreneurship to diplomacy, blending foresight with charisma. But if suspicion poisons the partnership, their potential collapses quickly, for snake resents frivolity and monkey resists control. Of course, no portrait is complete without shadows, and here their dark sides must be acknowledged. The snake's jealousy, control, and manipulative tendencies can strangle the joy of the relationship. The monkey's laziness, indulgence, and occasional irresponsibility can frustrate the snake into silence or resentment. When these shadows dominate, the relationship becomes toxic, a spiral of accusation, mockery, and mistrust. The snake accuses, the monkey laughs it off. The snake grows cold, the monkey escapes into pleasure. Unless both take responsibility for their darker tendencies, no amount of chemistry can save them. And yet, when we step back, the story is clear. This pairing is not doomed. It is challenging, yes, but it is also deeply rewarding. Their potential lies in the very differences that threaten to divide them. Snake and monkey are not meant to mirror one another, they are meant to complete one another. The snake must admire the monkey's lightness rather than fear it, while the monkey must respect the snake's depth rather than mock it. In doing so, they create a union that is not fragile, not shallow, but profound and resilient. Like yin and yang, their power lies not in similarity but in contrast. One is dark where the other is light. One is fire where the other is earth. The brilliance of their union shines only when they recognize that their opposite traits are not flaws but gifts. The Aries Snake and Taurus Monkey, together, embody the eternal truth of relationships, that harmony is not sameness but balance. And if they can achieve that balance, theirs is not just a love story but a legacy, one of laughter and passion, of wisdom and joy, of contrast turned into unity.